It's been 30 days. 30 days without freedom, without comfort, without Disney Plus, and I'm losing it!
Hey, knock out that crazy cackling in there.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that crack. Now come on, rebel scum. Commander Crimson wants to see you.
Commander Crimson? Ooh, sounds menacing.
Hello, Roshi.
Hi, do I know you?
Wait, seriously?
Your voice is kind of familiar. Very pretty, but with a lot of power behind it.
It's me, Shadow! I used to be Shadow Glambert, you idiot!
Oh, yeah! Hi, Shadow. You look, different. Did you do something with your hair?
I've changed into a hippogriff. It's part of my new identity.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're here. You can help me deal with this Commander Crimson jerk I've heard about. Seems like a real piece of crap to me. Kidnapping me and holding me hostage. Why, when I get a hold of him, I'm gonna punch him right in his stupid ear. Commander Crimson, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Did I ever mention that you look great with a beak?
Your compliments will not save you now, Roshi.
But I don't understand. Why in God's name would you turn to the dark side?
Why? Why? I'll tell you why. It's them!
Earth?
Not just Earth. The entire Star Wars fan base. You see, ever since The Last Jedi...
Oh God, don't tell me you're one of those people who complain about The Last Jedi.
No! I really liked The Last Jedi. It was a fantastic addition to the franchise. But those people that you mentioned, they are the cause. Ever since The Last Jedi came out, the fanbase has been more toxic than ever. All the senseless hate, the prejudice. I couldn't stand it any longer. All the rage just built and built inside of me, and it just kept growing and growing until I couldn't take it anymore. Those ungrateful douchebags don't deserve to love the franchise as much as I do. I had to make them pay, even if I had to join the dark side to do so. They must suffer. They must die!
Shadow, I had no idea.
All the anguish, all the mental torture I suffered, it was more than I can...
Commander Crimson, I assume all is going according to plan.
Oh, hi, Kylo, honey! Yes, everything's right on track.
Very well. Carry on.
I love you, wee-wee!
Oh, I get it now.
You get nothing!
I always knew your insatiable lust for Kylo Ren would be your undoing one day.
Shut up! It's not like that. We're just co-workers.
Yeah, right. And just what are you and your co-worker up to? Another Death Star, I suppose?
Not just a Death Star. A solid gold Death Star.
Really? Really?
Ah, but this one is different. You see, Roshi, this Death Star has the ability to absorb all the hate and hostility from every Star Wars fan on the planet. That much hate will be converted into energy that I can weaponize, and then, my dear Roshi, using the hate they've produced, I will vaporize the Earth!
That's just evil.
Well, duh. Of course it's evil. I'm the bad guy now.
Is that music?
I'm not the damsel in distress. I'm not your girlfriend or the frightened princess. I'm not a little bird that needs your help to fly. Nope. I'm the bad guy. Oh, it's magic to planet shrivel up and die. Oh, it's thrilling to be a villain. I crush all their hopes and then I watch them cry. See, I find this business rather fun. I don't want your assistance or your adulation. I'll vaporize your galaxy, then bid you bye-bye. Why? Come on, guess.
You're the bad guy?
Well, girl.
You fiend! Such an evil but very catchy tune.
You like?
But wait, I don't understand. Why would you kidnap me then?
I knew you'd try to stop me, so I captured you so you could watch as I destroy the Earth. And then I shall make you my slave.
Shadow, I've done a lot of crazy things on this channel, and I've lived in Alabama for a year, so I know what I'm talking about when I say, you are completely out of your mind!
Gee, you think? And now, Roshi, my sweet, you will watch your precious planet burn.
Wait, just hear me out. I know all of the hate that the franchise has built, but it doesn't dictate the entirety of the fans. Look, just grant me one last request. The Rise of Skywalker just came out, and it's the last film in the saga. Just review it with me. And maybe the movie will help you see the light. I know there is good in you. Just give it a chance.
Very well. I will grant you that last request. But after that, Earth dies.
Right. This is Rise of Skywalker. The very last film in the Skywalker Star Wars saga, the grand finale, 9 movies all together. So is this the epic finisher we wanted, or is it just a damp end to a difficult franchise?
The movie begins as our protagonist Rey is Jedi training under General Leia, and the rest of the Resistance is on a top-secret mission to hunt down an old threat.
However, with an impending giant attack on the galaxy, and not to mention Kylo Ren seeking Rey, our heroes are called to even more action. Perhaps a bit too much.
We can't really say any more to avoid spoilers, so let's just skip ahead to our thoughts on the movie.
Well, here's my opinion. This movie is a very big mess. Whereas most Star Wars films seem pretty much planned out to every detail, and according to the linear stories, this movie's plot is all over the place. But my biggest problem with the film is that it's trying so bad to retcon The Last Jedi, which in my opinion may be the most mature Star Wars movie, and just caters to fan service. Yeah, a bit of fan service is nice, but too much is not good for a film.
But there are tons of good moments in this movie. The character interactions are well done, and there's plenty of callbacks to the other films. I also really like the theme of this one too, about how your blood doesn't define who you are, and that your family really are the people who love and support you, not just the ones you're related to. Oh, and it was also great to finally see some LGBTQ representation in a Star Wars film. Represent!
I agree with Shadow. This film has many glaring flaws, but that just makes the good scenes shine even more. And this is definitely a film that will challenge your emotional and technical side of film viewing. Honestly, I think if they fleshed out the story more, maybe would have made this movie a 2-parter, then it would have been so much better. But much like the prequels, we just have to accept that this is what it is.
Rise of Skywalker was a very fun movie, and while not the greatest, it is most certainly not the worst.
Agreed. Let's just be hopeful that we'll get better and bigger stories in the future in a galaxy far, far away. Rise of Skywalker scores a 6.5 out of 10 for me.
And I give it an 8 out of 10.
See, Shadow, you seem to be in a better mood.
Urgh! Even more toxic fanboys are complaining about this movie. It is not worse than the prequels.
Okay, maybe this movie brought out the worst in some fans, but in a franchise like Star Wars, you have to take the good with the bad. But no matter how bad things get, there's still hope. There's always hope. And you know, that's sort of the core message of Star Wars, isn't it?
No, there's no hope. The fan base will just keep being total jerks. I'm tired of all the hatred. Earth dies now! Activate the beam!
No! Shadow, you can't let a few toxic fans or even a toxic movie spoil the franchise for you. You have to remember the good things. The reasons you love Star Wars so much. No one can take that away from you. The franchise will always change. But we have to change along with it.
Okay, now I'm hearing music.
Listen to me, Shadow. I understand. After all that hate, you're hurt. But this isn't the way to handle it. Come back to the light. Be who you truly are.
No. No! You don't understand! You can't change how I feel!
That's right. But you can.
Don't you dare do what I think you're going to do.
You can make a difference.
No!
You can make it right.
Stop it!
You can make it better.
Shut up!
We don't have to fight. You can make an effort. Starting with tonight. 'Cause you can make a change.
Just can it, won't ya? You can't just sing a Steven Universe song and think I'll give in. This is a Star Wars review.
Then you leave me no choice. I'll have to use the most powerful weapon in Star Wars history.
Oh yeah? And that is? No. No! Not him!
Look at this child and see the error of your ways. If you destroy the Earth, everyone will die. The creators of The Mandalorian will die. And the child will die.
Oh. No! No, that can't be! My heart. It's melting. I can't resist. So cute.
That's it, Shadow. Embrace the cuteness. It represents the light.
What? What am I doing? How could I even think of doing something so horrible?
See, Shadow? You have to let go of your anger and fear. You have to become at peace with your surroundings and yourself. Now please, come with me. We can leave all of this behind.
Gold Star, this is Commander Crimson. Activate self-destruction.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
Come on, let's go!
But what about Kylo and the troopers?
Shadow, girl, they're not real. This is all make-believe.
Oh, right. I forgot.
And since it is, I can do this! Ah, directorial power. Once again, you've proven your worth.
Phew. I'm glad that's over.
And I'm glad to have you back, Shadow.
Thanks, Roshi. So, where do you think Star Wars will go from here?
Well, who knows? The future is just waiting to be uncovered. Here we are in the future. Here we are in the future, and it's bright.
Seriously, can you stop doing that?
Oh, you're no fun anymore.
Roll credits!